I'm Kara.
I'm Julie.
And today we're going to be making banana bread.
So before you start cooking, you always want to make sure to wash your hands. So we're going to go do that real quick. So now that our hands are clean, we're going to talk about each ingredient and its nutritional benefits. So the reason we're using whole wheat flour instead of white flour today is because it still has the germ on it, so it's less refined. And because of that, you're going to get more vitamins and minerals in it.
We're also using iodized salt, and we use iodized salt over sea salt because it contains iodine, which is essential for your diet.
Here we have ripe bananas, so they're ripe because it makes them taste a little bit sweeter, so you can use less actual added sugars. And bananas are also a great source of potassium and fiber, and so they really help with your digestive tract.
Okay, and next we are using honey as our sweetener instead of white sugar because honey is lower on the glycemic index. So the sugars in the honey take a little bit longer to absorb into our bloodstream than the white sugar would, and so it doesn't spike your blood sugar as fast as white sugar would. So next we are going to preheat our oven to 350 degrees. And now we are going to melt our butter. So for this recipe we need 5 tablespoons of butter, so we're just going to cut that off of our stick. And then we'll stick the rest back in the fridge to use for another recipe. Okay. And then when I melt butter, I usually put it in for 15 to 30 second increments and just watch it and make sure you take it out as soon as it's melted so it doesn't start to bubble too much.
So in this bowl we have our bananas, and I'm just going to start mashing them until it's a nice smooth consistency. So in here I have 5 very ripe bananas, and this is great for reducing food waste because if you have really ripe bananas, you can just stick them in the freezer until you're ready to make this. Take it out and give it a thaw, and then just go ahead and make yourself a loaf of banana bread.
So next we are going to add our bananas, our honey, and our butter to a bowl and combine it. So first we have our bananas that Julie mashed for us. And then we have our melted butter. And then we need a half a cup of honey. Okay, and here we have our half a cup of honey that we're going to add to our butter and our bananas.
Alright, now that we have our mashed bananas and honey in here, we're going to add our 2 eggs, being careful not to get in any shells. So next up, we're going to add a teaspoon of baking soda. This one is really great because you can kind of level it off. You want to make sure that when you're cooking, you always level things so it's a flat, even measurement. We're going to add a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And then for our seasoning, we're going to be adding half a teaspoon of salt. Again, you want to make sure it's leveled out, and half a teaspoon of cinnamon. Again, leveled out. And then you'll mix all of that well to combine. Now we're just making sure to mix it really well, whisk it all together, get everything nice and evenly combined in there.
And next we're going to add 2 cups of our whole wheat flour. And then we're going to mix it until it's thoroughly combined.
So before I put it in the pan, I greased it and then I lined it with parchment paper just so that it's really easy to get out. But now we're going to take our mixture and we're just going to dump it right on in there.
Okay, so now that we poured our batter in our pan, we're going to stick it in the oven for about 55 minutes or until a toothpick comes out clean. And also we did add nuts to our banana bread, but if you want to, you can cut up walnuts or any other type of nut you like to add a little crunch to your bread. And here is our finished banana bread.